Welcome to the AFR Saints channel, where we provide you daily content on your favorite team, the New Orleans Saints. Do us a favor and hit that subscribe button. Be sure to leave your comments below and smash that like button. Who dat? So, I hate the summertime lists. I'll never, ever, ever do a topic where I just look at a summertime list and just bemoan what someone else's opinion is on where someone ranks in something completely arbitrary. It just doesn't matter. What I will do sometimes, though, is use that content for talking points about certain players or certain things or certain topics. And right now, ESPN is running through its top 10 position groups in the NFL. And sometimes I think what that can either confirm or validate or disconfirm or invalidate is your feeling on a certain player, because sometimes we're obviously biased toward our own. I think that's just very natural for any fan base, any family member, anything like that. But what I think this has shown is Cam Jordan was in the top 10 of edge rushers. David Onyemata, I was a little surprised because they list their top 10, then they list honorable mention, then also receiving votes. Remember, this is a vote of it's an anonymous vote among NFL executives in front office and coaches. So I was a little surprised to see David Onyemata not on the list. But then I went and looked. I'm like, he's about 18th on the money list among defensive tackles, and he's ranked similarly in Pro Football Focus in his productivity. So when I look at it, it's actually kind of fair for where he is. And I think, if anything, maybe it speaks to the lack of talent the Saints have had on the interior defensive line, and how impressive it is that, let me not say lack of talent, lack of superstar talent, and how impressive it is how they have maintained their elite run defense and generating pressure up the middle, despite not having a player of Aaron Donald's ilk or Ndamukong Suh or a Fletcher Cox, somebody like that, Kenny Clark. But David Onyemata belongs in the list of the top 20 or so best defensive tackles. So I was curious where coaches and executives would slot in Demario Davis. And I won't bury the lead here. They have Demario Davis ranked, even at this point at 33 years old, as the sixth best interior linebacker, inside linebacker in the entire NFL. Last year, he was outside of the top 10 a year ago. He was at the same spot at 6 last year. His lowest ranking was outside of the top 10. His highest ranking after he had his All-Pro season, he was as high as number 2 on this list. But it continues to show that even though he's a 10-year veteran, the decline hasn't happened. One NFL personnel evaluator said he might start to decline this year, but he's so damn smart, it almost doesn't matter. He does everything well. Another said he's always been an exceptional athlete and worker. Just the maturity that comes from being in the position for so long, being in multiple schemes, and the game evolving to more sub-base packages has allowed him to become the 3-down prototype. That's from one NFC scout. So high praise for Demario Davis. And when you look at who he's on this list with, you're looking at, the number one guy on the list is Darius Leonard from the Indianapolis Colts. Micah Parsons, after an insane rookie year, after an insane rookie year, is number 2 on this list. Fred Warner, number 3. Devin White of Tampa Bay, number 4. Last year he was number 1 on this list, by the way. He was number 1 on this list last year, so he did slip a little bit. Roquan Smith, Demario Davis, Tremaine Edmonds, Bobby Wagner at 8, Levante David at 9, and then Jordan Brooks at 10. It was also interesting to see Patrick Queen among the honorable mention, and then when you look at, and also Deion Jones among the honorable mention, a couple of LSU guys there as well. So 3 former LSU linebackers on this list. High praise for LSU, which is kind of developing into, I don't want to say like linebacker U, because I think a lot of that stuff is overused, but LSU has done an incredible job of producing linebackers that have stuck in the NFL for more than a decade now. If you even go back to like Perry Riley, who off of that 2008 team, and Perry Riley and Kelvin Shepard and Kevin Minter, and of course you have this era of Devin White and Debo Jones and Duke Riley, and just LSU just has continued to produce really good linebackers. Patrick Queen, and then you're really hoping that Damone Clark gets healthy and is able to stay healthy and have a really, really good NFL career. But when I look at Demario Davis, if you look at linebacker rankings by salary, Demario Davis is the 16th highest paid linebacker in the NFL. It's a little stunning to see him as low as he is. Now, $28 million on the contract is still incredible, but and look, it will come to pass that Devin White, who's going to sign his second contract, will jump way up this list. That's pretty natural. But when you look at guys who are ahead of who are ahead right now, Darius Leonard, Fred Warner, C.J. Mosley, no crime there. Oluokun from the Jaguars, Deion Jones. How about Deion Jones? The 5th highest paid linebacker in the NFL. Shaq Thompson, Jerome Baker, Levante David, Zach Cunningham, Matt Milano, Bobby Wagner, Eric Kendricks, Devondre Campbell, and then Demario Davis. So Davis actually, for his productivity, Pro Football Focus, by the way, has him ranked as the 3rd best linebacker in the NFL. Pro Football Focus did a tier list, and they have the elite few, which only lists 4 linebackers, and Demario Davis is in that mix. So they have Pro Football Focus says Davis is the 3rd best linebacker. This ESPN arbitrary list among scouts and executives has Demario Davis as the 6th best linebacker, yet he's the 14th highest paid linebacker in the NFL. So he is still, for New Orleans, a relative bargain for the level of play that he has. The other thing that's fascinating, when you look at all of these linebackers, and Demario Davis is 33 years old, when you look at the list of the highest paid linebackers in the NFL, you've got Davis at 33 years old. If you scroll the list, the next person on the list that matches or exceeds Demario Davis's age, you have to go all the way down to Josh Bynes. He's so far down the list. I'm not even counting how many linebackers this is. It's kind of absurd. But Josh Bynes at $1.2 million at 33 years old. There he is. Josh Bynes with the Ravens at $1.2 million at 33 years old is the only linebacker in the NFL on this money list that matches Demario Davis's age. The fact that he's playing at the level he is at his age truly is remarkable. It's something that shouldn't be taken for granted. Keep marveling at the greatness that is and has been Demario Davis during his time with the New Orleans Saints, and he just does not fall off. Keep sort of waiting for it at 33 years old, 10 years in the league, as physical as he plays, but he just keeps on trucking. Let's hope he does it again here in 2022. Hey, thanks so much for watching. Please leave your comments. I love to interact, and be sure to hit the red subscribe button below.